Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making green seasoning. I use green seasoning in my dishes quite often, and many of you have commented that you're unable to find it locally. So I thought I'd show you how to make it. Now, there are many different versions of green seasoning. Every culture has their own variation right across the diaspora. As you guys know, my influence is the Jamaican flavor profile, so mine leans towards Jamaican flavors, but you can tweak it, change it, and make it however you'd like. This is just how I make it. So these are all my ingredients that I have spread out here. I'm going to wash them and then we're going to get started with the prep. Here's everything all washed, and of course you can definitely see why it's called green seasoning. You can use a blender or a food processor to make this, so depending on what you're using, chop it up accordingly. I'm using a blender, so I'm doing pretty rough chops. I'm starting with 3 stalks of celery, roughly chopped. 1 large onion, roughly chopped as well. I'm also using a green bell pepper. You can also add a red bell pepper. If I had one, I would have included it as well. Not all the ingredients have to be green, of course. So again, I just clean that, chop it up. I chopped up 2 or 3 stalks of scallion. You can be generous with this. I'm also gonna add some parsley. I think I used about 1/3 of this bunch. I was a little generous with the parsley. And again, you can adjust it based on your own preference. I also added 2 Scotch bonnets. I actually cut them open, took out the seeds and washed them, and added 2. I also added thyme, and you don't want to add the stalks, so you can just hold the thyme upside down, run your fingers along it, and it'll pop the leaves right off. And you can definitely be generous with thyme if you're going for that Jamaican flavor profile, because it's pretty much an essential seasoning in every Jamaican dish. I'm also going to add ginger. This was a pretty big one that I picked up from the grocery store, so I just chopped off a bit of it, took the skin off, chopped it up, and added it to my bowl. I also added garlic. I think it was about 7 cloves, and I also added pimento seeds or allspice. This is another season that's very common in Jamaican foods. I used about a handful, crushed them up, and added it to the bowl. So here's everything all washed, chopped up, and I'm going to be using this Starfrit Personal Blender. I actually love this blender, guys. It's small, but it gets the job done. I'll link it down below if I can find it. I first added some olive oil to the cup and then added in my ingredients bit by bit. I did also add a little bit of water off camera just to help get it going. And I blended it, took it off, added more ingredients, blended, took it off, added more ingredients until I was completely done. And so here it is. I just transferred it all into the bowl because I want to show you guys a couple ways that you can store this. Ice cube trays. It's such a great way to store it, especially if you make too much or if you don't cook too often. You don't have to worry about it going bad. And this way you can have perfect portion sizes. You can just take out 1 or 2 cubes to add to your dishes, your soups, your stews, whatever. And the bulk of mine is going into this airtight pickling jar or mason jar to be stored in the fridge and added to my daily dishes. There you have it, guys. I really hope that you guys found this helpful. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.